Nightmare on Elm Street 3 wasn't just another horror sequel. It was the moment Freddy Krueger became a full-blown nightmare icon, mixing wild dream powers, rock music, and twisted humor. But behind all the one-liners and crazy effects, things got messy. Actors almost got replaced. Entire scenes had to be rebuilt after accidents on set, and some scenes were so disturbing the studio forced them to change everything. These are 15 creepiest facts about Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. And hidden inside this movie is a real-life TV moment that went horribly wrong when a guest screamed for real, creating one of the most famous quotes in horror history. Number 1. Freddy's disturbing origin story. Dream Warriors finally revealed where Freddy Krueger really came from. And it's darker than anyone expected. We learned that Freddy's mother, Amanda Krueger, was trapped inside a hospital full of violent patients and attacked for days. From that nightmare, Freddy was born, known as the child of 100 maniacs. The movie never shows it directly, but the story alone made fans freeze in shock. It turned Freddy from just a monster into something cursed from birth. Even the director said it was one of the most twisted backstories ever written for a villain. This single detail changed how audiences saw Freddy forever. Not just as evil, but as something that should never have existed at all. Number 2. The talk show scene was almost too real. That famous TV scene with Zsa Gabor and Freddy wasn't fake at all. The actress had no idea Robert Englund would crash through the set in full Freddy makeup. When she screamed on camera, that was real panic. Then came the legendary line that wasn't even in the script. "Welcome to primetime." Englund made it up on the spot, and it became one of the most quoted lines in horror history. The crew couldn't believe how perfectly it fit the scene, and they kept that single ad-lib turned a simple kill scene into a pop culture moment that's still referenced almost 40 years later. Freddy didn't just kill people, he stole the show. Number 3. The banned She-Freddy scene. One deleted idea from Dream Warriors was so strange it never made it past testing. The plan was for Freddy to disguise himself as a female version of himself, nicknamed She-Freddy, during Joey's dream sequence. The crew actually started building the costume complete with burn makeup and fake chest pieces. But when they saw it on set, everyone agreed it looked ridiculous and way too disturbing. They scrapped the whole idea immediately. Instead, they went with the tongue scene we all know, creepy, weird, and unforgettable. Sometimes horror works better when you don't push it too far. Keeping She-Freddy out was probably one of the smartest calls they made. Number 4. The banned alternate ending that never saw the light. Before Dream Warriors became the Freddy Krueger classic we know, Wes Craven's original script had a very different and much darker ending. In that early version, Nancy was supposed to die in a far more brutal way, while Joey and Kincaid wouldn't even survive the final battle. The dream world was written as a twisted house of Freddy, a place built from his victims' memories and filled with grotesque imagery that was too disturbing to film. Some of these scenes were storyboarded, but New Line thought they went too far and ordered major rewrites. The result? The ending we got: heroic, tragic, but far more restrained. Fans often call this version the banned ending because it was quietly buried before cameras even rolled, leaving only script pages and rumors of what might have been Freddy's most nightmarish finale. Number 5. The burned child prop that was too real. One of the original props made for Dream Warriors was so realistic it got banned before filming. The special effects team built a lifelike burned child puppet that looked horrifying, too horrifying. When the director saw it, he immediately ordered it removed. It was inspired by real photos from tragic events, and everyone agreed it crossed a line. They replaced it with a simpler, less graphic version that still worked for the dream sequence. The deleted puppet has never been shown publicly, and only a few behind-the-scenes photos exist. Even for a movie filled with nightmares, that one design was just too much. Proof that sometimes horror doesn't need to show everything to be terrifying. Number 6. Freddy's glove hidden in Evil Dead 2. Horror fans love Easter eggs, and this one is legendary. In Evil Dead 2, Freddy Krueger's glove can actually be seen hanging in the background of a basement scene. That wasn't an accident. The same effects artist, Mark Shostrom, worked on both movies and secretly added it as a friendly nod between horror crews. Fans later spotted it and went wild, thinking it meant Freddy and Ash lived in the same universe. It was never official, but it created decades of fan theories and crossover talk. That one tiny prop proved how connected the 80s horror world really was, a bunch of creative maniacs sneaking their monsters into each other's nightmares just for fun. Number 7. A cinematographer fired overnight. In the middle of filming, the movie suddenly lost its main cinematographer. He clashed with the cast, and the studio replaced him immediately. The new guy, Roy A. Wagner, had only one night to read the script and figure out the lighting style for a huge scrapyard battle scene. Everyone expected chaos, but somehow he nailed it. Wagner turned the film's look sharper, darker, and more dreamlike without slowing production. It could have been a total disaster, but it became one of the best-looking sequels in the series. That fast recovery showed how well the crew handled panic on set. Even when things went wrong, they found a way to make it look better than before. Number 8. Patricia Arquette almost got replaced. Kristen Parker is the heart of Dream Warriors, but the studio almost fired the actress who played her. Patricia Arquette was new, nervous, and some producers thought she looked too mature for a teenager. They even considered recasting her mid-shoot. Director Chuck Russell fought to keep her, saying no one else could play Kristen with that mix of fear and strength. He was right. Arquette made the role unforgettable, scared but brave enough to face Freddy head-on. Fans instantly connected with her performance, and it helped the movie stand out from other slashers. Without her, Dream Warriors might have lost its emotional core. That one decision probably saved the film's entire tone. Number 9. How they built the TV death scene. Jennifer's welcome to primetime death is one of the most famous kills in the whole series, and it took 5 different fake TVs to pull it off. The effects crew built each one for a different moment. One that Freddy could push through, another that could grab the actress, and one that exploded on cue. Everything was practical, with moving parts, wires, and fake glass flying everywhere. They even made the TV arms stretch out using air pressure and hidden tubing. The result looked so real that audiences flinched every time Freddy smashed her face into the screen. No CGI, no tricks, just perfect 80s craftsmanship, and one of the most iconic moments in horror movie history. Number 10. When the special effects failed, they rewrote the kill. Taryn's dream death was supposed to be way more graphic. The crew built a headburst effect that would explode after Freddy's syringe attack, but when they tried it, it looked fake and didn't work at all. Instead of wasting time and money, they quickly rewrote the scene. They focused on Taryn's reaction, showing her veins turning blue and her body shutting down. The slower, creepier version actually hit harder. It turned into one of the most emotional deaths in the movie. Not just gore, but tragedy. The failure ended up making the scene better, proving that sometimes less blood can be way more disturbing when it's done right. Number 11. The metal song that saved the movie. Dream Warriors made history by teaming up with the metal band Dokken for its theme song, a move that sounded crazy at first but worked perfectly. Instead of another dark orchestral score, they released an actual music video featuring Freddy himself. That video blew up on MTV and made the movie impossible to ignore. Suddenly, teenagers who had never seen a Freddy film were buying tickets just because of the song. It turned into one of the first horror music crossovers that actually boosted box office numbers. The catchy chorus, the guitars, and Freddy taunting the band, it was pure 80s magic. Horror and heavy metal never fit together so well again. Number 12. The low budget that beat the odds. Dream Warriors didn't have a huge budget, just a few $1 million, but it made more than 10 times that at the box office. For a third movie in a slasher series, that was huge. The reason: the filmmakers found the perfect balance between story, scares, and fun. Fans loved the dream powers, Nancy's return, and the mix of practical effects and creativity. It proved you don't need a giant Hollywood budget to make a horror hit, just good ideas and passion. The movie's success saved the franchise and gave Freddy new life, leading to even bigger sequels. Dream Warriors showed that smart storytelling can make a Part 3 feel brand new again. Number 13. Critics expected a flop, but got blown away. By the time Dream Warriors came out, most people thought the Freddy series was done. But critics were shocked. Instead of a lazy sequel, they got a smart and creative horror movie. Reviewers praised the dream visuals, the group of teen heroes, and Freddy's mix of humor and terror. Even newspapers that usually hated slasher films admitted it was inventive and fun. Fans agreed, calling it the best sequel since the original. The movie proved that Part 3s don't have to be trash. If you mix good writing, strong effects, and wild imagination, you can make something that still holds up decades later. Dream Warriors didn't just save the series, it made Freddy cool again. Number 14. Fans still rank it near the top. Almost 40 years later, Dream Warriors is still a fan favorite. Many call it the perfect balance between scary and fun. The movie where Freddy was terrifying but still entertaining to watch. It's also the entry that made him a pop culture icon. Horror fans quote the lines, metalheads blast the song, and even casual viewers remember the dream powers. Modern directors often say this film inspired them to make horror movies that mix action, fantasy, and real emotion. For a mid-80s sequel, that's impressive. Dream Warriors didn't just ride the franchise wave, it helped build the entire identity of Freddy Krueger that we still recognize today. Number 15. The Nightmare That Never Ends. The ending of Dream Warriors leaves a small, glowing light inside the model house, a hint that Freddy isn't gone. Fans still debate what it means. Was it Nancy's spirit, Freddy's power, or just a reminder that nightmares never really die? Whatever the answer, that final shot gave the series endless life. Even now, the movie feels like it bridges the old Elm Street with the modern horror generation. It's emotional, weird, and endlessly rewatchable. For many fans, this wasn't just the third Freddy movie, it was the one that truly made them fall in love with the series. A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors worked because it dared to be different. It mixed creepy dreams, metal music, strong characters, and wild practical effects, all packed into one movie that fans still talk about today. Behind the chaos, the last-minute rewrites, and the accidents, the crew somehow created magic. They didn't just make another sequel, they built one of the best horror movies of the 80s. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more mind-blowing horror movie facts.